Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Game of Thrones Total War here today on the channel. We're going to be starting episode 2 of my House Stark campaign on the World of Ice and Fire mod. We're playing on the Medieval 2 base game. So guys, if you still are enjoying this series and want to ensure more content, the best thing you guys can do to ensure more episodes is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. If you haven't already, let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. Feel free to leave a dislike, of course, if you're not enjoying it, and feel free to recommend another strategy game you would like me to let's play on the channel instead. Okay, in today's episode, we're going to be continuing to push west and south, and continuing upon from the last episode, reconquering the north. So in the last episode, we managed to take the Golden Tooth, Ashmark, Oxcross, Castamere and Sarfields. I currently have a full stack over on the west coast with Robb Stark, the king in the north, 21 years of age, forever young. I've sent Edmure Tully to the border to sort of eye off Casterly Rock and Lannisport, giving us some line of sight through these watchtowers. So hopefully we can push against Casterly Rock and Lannisport here today. There is a full stack there. I'm going to push over to my secondary army, which is currently besieging Harrenhal. We have the Great Jon commanding this army. We also got Brynden Tully the Blackfish, Rickard Karstark, Jason Mallister, Mage Mormont. We've also got Galbert Glover. We're besieging Harrenhal, and Tywin Lannister is caught with inside. We have killed Martin, Willem, and Jaime. Now we have a chance to knock out Tywin. However, there is a full stack coming north. Tyrion Lannister has rallied his father's banners, and looks like he might try and go and save him. Further in the north, Jon Snow has arrived from Winterfell, abandoning the Night's Watch, finding out of his lineage, his secret lineage, Aegon Targaryen. Jon Snow now is rallying an army to continue to throw out the Greyjoys in the north and claim his rightful seat on the Iron Throne. And we've also got Norrie up here, don't we? Yep, we've also got Brandon Norrie and Rickon Stark at Deepwood Motte to throw out Usha Greyjoy and her Ironborn scum in Deepwood Motte. Right, so here's the family tree, of course. Robb still needs to be married off. So does Bran, Rickon, Jon, Edmure, and Brynden. So we're going to be able to do some family marriages, and we're also going to be able to do some political stuff here as well. At the moment, we're currently allies with House Bolton. We are enemies with House Greyjoy and Lannister. I want to try and get an alliance with House Arryn and Tully here today. So the main objective for this series is to unite the entirety of the north. We could portray the Boltons, that's definitely an idea. Want to destroy the Lannisters, of course, for what they did to my father, Ed. And then we've got to take out the Greyjoys for what they did at Winterfell. And once Jon has been seated on the Iron Throne, the Crown's land has been taken, we can maybe push over to Braavos, maybe take Tyrosh or something over in the east there. Maybe let me know if you want me to expand and conquer other kingdoms. Okay, so firstly, let's start off with Sansa Stark. We're going to put Sansa Stark north. I'm going to marry her to Jon, as they are first cousins. A little bit of incest, wincest, in my opinion. We'll marry her in, and then we'll have Robb's sister will be with Jon. Okay, we've got Alice Karstark. Haven't decided exactly who I'm going to marry her to. We could maybe marry her to maybe Rickon or something. But I'm thinking the Manderly should go with Edmure and the Blackfish. I want to try and get them married off as quickly as possible. We'll push her further south regardless. So we've got a Manderly here, and we've also got a secondary one here as well. So I'm going to negotiate here with the Arryns. Willa Manderly has been sent to the Bloody Gate, and we're going to negotiate with the Arryns. I'm going to try and get an alliance with them. So let's negotiate with House Arryn. Trade rights seem on the table. How about an alliance? Just rejected. Okay, so the best way to force diplomacy in Westeros and Medieval 2 Total War is to gift settlements. Now, I am going to give the settlement of Salt's Pans. And as you can see, it's very generous. Trade rights, if we could both get military access, that would be fantastic. And maybe, I think map is going to push it. So, I will give House Arryn the region of Salt Pans. They can put some of their bannermen in there and rule it under their own domain. So we'll do that. We'll get military access and alliance. Cross your fingers and hope. Happily accepted. House Aaron and Stark are bound together once more. So Robert Aaron and Harold Harding have sided with me, and Lysa Tully as well. House Aaron and House Stark. Oh, we've managed to gain 100 florins. Relationship has improved. The thing is, with Salt Pans, it's actually on the far bank of Haraway Town, so we probably actually we don't really need it that much. I would much rather the security of an alliance with House Aaron rather than stabbing me in the back. Okay, so then we can push her further south. Now, she's the 15-year-old, so she should marry... Well, how old's Blackfish? Blackfish is 53. Edmure's 34. So I get Edmure to marry the younger one, while Brynden marries the older Manderly at 22. But firstly, we've got to deal with her. Now, Marjorie Tyrell is actually currently near Lannister, and the Tyrells haven't sided with anyone just yet. And House Stannis is at war with the Lannisters. Martells are currently neutral, of course. Okay, so I'm tempted to marry Marjorie Tyrell, a whopping 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-hearted princess, to Rob. We can secure an alliance between the two most powerful factions in the game right now, myself and the Tyrells. They'll be the breadbasket of the North, and help us throw back the Lannisters, and potentially Stannis, because we're trying to seat Jon Snow on the Iron Throne. We're not trying to seat Stannis, so getting revenge for Loras and Marjorie might be in our best bet. So let's negotiate with Marjorie Tyrell now. So I would like to marry my faction leader, Robb Stark, to Princess Marjorie Tyrell. It's demanding because she's so fantastic. However, as you would have seen before, the best way to force AI diplomacy, legitimately, without using the console, of course, is through giving settlements. So, what should I give them? Westerland territory should be mine, I think. But Haraway Town, we recently took within the Riverlands. It's going to look a little bit silly and border gorish that House Tyrell will own it. But to force this marriage through, I'm more than happy to sacrifice that. So, we will marry an alliance, of course, military access for both. I'd like map information, but that's pushing it a little bit. So, an alliance, military access. Robb Stark will marry Marjorie Tyrell. Boom chakalaka. Oh, just rejected. Damn. We might not be able to get the military access stuff. And Haraway Town. Okay, let's go again, because I don't want this to fall through. Alliance, marry Princess, Haraway Town. I won't go through the military stuff. Let's just straight up offer it. Just rejected, for fuck's sake. Why? Do we have to offer more? Maybe saying alliance, it might auto-do it, instead of trying to force it. So, marry faction leader, give Haraway Town. Happily accepted. Yep, allies. Right, okay. So that's just being a little bit pedantic, isn't it? You can see just in the north there that my unit's being pushed out. Map information. Just rejected. What about military for military? Very demanding, not interested. That's fine. Alliance announced. House Stark and House Tyrell. Marriage celebrated. Robb Stark, the king in the north, and Marjorie Stark have now been wed. Excellent. Relations improved with House Tyrell, and now we've gained 2 alliances from the great houses of Westeros. And Stannis still seems defiant. Okay, so I think we sort of need these characters for now. I wouldn't mind actually marrying her to the Blackfish earlier, just in case he does die. He is currently 53, and Brynden Tully is one of my favourite characters in the show. And I don't want his house to... Well, not his house, his line to die out. I want him to have some children. Okay, well, I think we have to deal with the Harrenhal army for now. Let's allow Harrenhal to be taken. Let's kill Tywin Lannister as well and find out if he really does shit gold. We've caught him with his pants down in Harrenhal. And Tywin is going to join his son Jaime in death. Tywin Lannister is dead, and House Lannister are on the back foot. We're going to sack Harrenhal for what it's worth. We're going to control a merge for the time being and hold up. Manderley here is currently free as we've taken Harrenhal. So we need to... hang on. Okay, here we go. So now that we've taken Harrenhal, we can go onto the console and free Willis Manderley. 43, taken prisoner. As you can see, he's got no movement because he's currently was a Lannister prisoner. So let's just quickly go into the console and remove the prisoner trait, and we'll be able to use him from henceforth. Boom, there we go. Remove this trait, prisoner, done. And now it should be gone. Yep. And now we can freely move him around the campaign map. Okay, well, let's see how Marjorie looks in the family tree. Yeah, cool. So, Marjorie Stark, that's good. We've still got Sansa we need to marry to Jon. And we've still got Bran we need to marry off as well. I might marry Cast Stark to Rickon. We'll have to see. Okay, so, yep, you can push further south then. And same with you. The thing is, right, I don't know. I need to talk to Sol. I don't know if I can recruit diplomats, so I might need to keep some of my princesses. Okay, nothing really much else can go over here. I do want to try and get some sort of recruitment now that we can. So let's get some swordsmen from Pink Maiden and Wayfarer's Rest. Up in the north, we've still got to deal with the Greyjoys. So we've got a full stack here with Jon. I want him to take Torrent Square. So get him to push with that. And we'll probably chuck a save and go against these Greyjoys now. Okay, cool. So this game is a little bit prone to... well, this mod's a little bit prone to crashes, so I'm going to have to do that. Quick save. Okay, so it does look like the Greyjoys are going to stand and fight. It's a 2-1. We have 1,215 against their 481. They've got Reaver Axemen, which are quite good, and they've got some Reaver Longbowmen. We currently have Brandon Norrie and Rickon Stark here. 3 units of Northern Spearmen, 1 unit of Northern Bowmen. We've got some Sellswords, we've got some Sellsword Crossbowmen, and Northern Outriders as well. We should be able to make quick and easy work of these Ironborn in Deepwood Motte. But we're going to have to play this one because I don't overly trust the auto-resolve, and we're going to have to siege Deepwood Motte. So let's fight this battle on the field here today. Asha Greyjoy and her Ironborn in the north are holding out defiantly at Deepwood Motte. We need to take Galbert Glover's ancestral home back. Alright, let's start the deployment now, shall we? So, I guess that Norrie has Hillman blood in him. So that's why he's able to command clan champions, a heavy infantry variant. Yeah, House Flint there. That's quite cool. And then, of course, we've got Rickon Stark and his heavy Stark cavalry. Okay, so let's put our front line of Stark spearmen here. We'll put our crossbowmen in the rear. We'll allow my sellswords to be higher up as well. How about more so like that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'll keep you two further at the back. I've sent Rickon up in the north to help out with Norrie, gain some valuable experience. The kid is now 15. So, let's have a look at our men, of course, and start the battle. We've got our sellswords here. We've got our Stark spearmen. Rise wall banners blowing in the wind. Stark longbowmen. And then we have our mercenary sellswords here and the clansmen. Alrighty, let's have a look at the Greyjoy units. So they have their Reaver Longbowmen. They have their Reaver Axemen. They've got the sigil of House Greyjoy. The Kraken on their chest. Alright, well, let's try and move up and gain some range. We want to try and keep the distance from them, so let's go with this. We do have numerical and archer supremacy. And we'll try and keep these guys here. Outriders will try and flank as well. Alright, come on men. Move into positions. So we need to unite the north. Once we've done that, we can send Jon Snow, Aegon Targaryen, down to help out Robb, who's doing really well. He's doing really well in the War of the Five Kings. Clash of Kings scenario. And the White Walkers still haven't made it to Winterfell. But I'm thinking let me know. I'll probably allow the White Walkers, and we'll have the final battle of the series at Winterfell. So we're raining fire and death upon their archers. Alright. Put your backs into it. Now, I reckon my Outriders are going to be incredibly quick enough to maybe do like maybe a lightning strike against them. They could commit their Reavers, but they're intertwining their archers there, which is good for them. Still holding a nice, strong front line. Continue to get my archers to pepper theirs. We might be able to do some damage if we can hit them from the side there. It still might be worth it. Just hit them hard, go for a lightning quick charge if we can pull in and out. We'll be good. So the Stark Riders are moving north now. We should... they're moving their Reavers up now. The cavalry's now coming against the bowmen. Pull them out. I don't want them to get caught in hand-to-hand combat with the axemen, because they're not going to have a very good day. So pull the hell out. Quickly now. We've knocked out 15%. Continue to allow my archers to... I did say target their own archers, but I'm nearly tempted just to go for their axemen, because they're the things that are going to be the most concern. We can deal with archers easily. It's the axemen here which are going to be the problem, fighting them in hand-to-hand combat. So what I'm going to get you to do is retarget this. It does look like they're actually going to try and commit their guys further up here anyway. So let's try and pull you guys out and away. Allow them to hit them, and try and get behind here and deal with them. Their archers are now exposed. They're trying to commit their Reavers. They've overdone, so we can probably smash the longbows now anyway. Hit these Reavers down here as well. Litter them with arrows. And a strong Stark charge is coming in now. Get you guys around the back. The Reavers are trying to close the distance, but it's not going to be enough. I'm going to pull my archers back here. Pull back this way. Okay, let's counter-charge with the Reavers here. And try and surround them. Potentially move the sellswords there is probably our best bet. Try and get my archers to now focus on them. My cavalry is going to carve up the Ironborn longbowmen. And now we're actually surrounding their Reavers. We're actually hitting their Reavers from behind. It's going to cause more friendly fire than what it's worth. God, they were quick on the uptake there. They were closing the distance well. I'm going to move my crossbowmen back. Try and focus on them. Try and break these guys. We'll send my sellswords around the back. Look at this. Swords nice and high, lads. And now they're routed. Perfect. Okay, these guys are coming a bit too close for my liking. So what I'll do is I'll send some spearmen forth to close the distance. And we'll swing this around it. We've got him on the ropes here now. She's all over, Red Rover. The full-time whistle is blown. The Starks are going to have victory here today. One unit there, charging to the back of this. Yeah, the auto resolve just really wasn't in my favour there. Playing this manually is far superior. The Stark cavalry is now coming in. And the Ironborn will be purged from the north. All hail the King of the North, the Grey and the White Wolf. Alright, there we go. That's now shaken. Okay. I guess we send Rick on to go deal with these Reavers. We have heavy Winterfell cavalry. I'm sure it'll be a good charge. Rickon, 15 years of age in this alternative history, doesn't get stuck by Ramsay Bolton the Prick. And charge! The axemen have fallen. What a solid charge there. Let's start speeding things up. Let's move my archers now out of it. We'll finish them off. We'll continue. Oh my god, nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Enemy general fallen. Yeah, Greyjoy general. Jesus Christ. I nearly thought that Brandon bit the bullet. Bit the arrowhead. Chested the... I don't know where I'm going with this. Is it one lonely river? One is the loneliest river if you're a Greyjoy in the middle of the north away from the sea. Nah, nah. And they're gone. Awesome. Good. Deepwood Mott is going to be ours now. Clear victory. Brandon Norrie deployed 1,215 and lost 140. The Greyjoys deployed 500. Here are the casualties sustained and casualties inflicted. Okay, so we've got an option here. We're going to execute them straight up without a shadow of a doubt. Brandon Norrie, man of the hour, 36 years of age. He looks a bit old for that. Usher Greyjoy there, 27. Oh, Yara in the show. Okay. She's a princess and a general as well. Interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. And they've got another army here as well. Lucky I did that. Huh. No matter. Yeah, because it's the whole coding thing, isn't it? That only males can be generals in Medieval 2. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I think I'm ready to end the turn and continue. We're going to hold up here in Harrenhal. Oh, we've got that other army from, Harroway's town. And we've got we're going to have to get rid of that fort, aren't we? Oh well, no matter. We can move you here. We can move you further this way. I just want to try and get you over the border. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Anyway, we're rallying up at Harrenhal. There's a rebel army there. Ryman Leicester. Or Leicester, I guess. Okay, so Edmure's holding over in the west. Rob's now been married. Hopefully they can have some children soon. And there we have Jon, Donald Flint, Roderick Cassell, Risewell, Liddell, Roderick Forrester, Moors Umber, and Bran in the north. Yeah, because I probably should marry Bran to maybe a Martell. Maybe that's what I should do. So she's 22, and you're 14. So you can get married off to Brynden next turn, and we'll move you further south. Okay, cool. Let's end the turn and continue. Oh, looks like Tyrion has moved up a full stack to Harrenhal. Obtained a trade agreement with Stannis Baratheon. Oh, that's a big army moving up as well. Well balanced. Red cloak lances entwined. Oh, Tulla Samwell's sister. We might need to sort of rebuild this army a bit, because it's not the best and sort of most competent, is it? So, who is my best commander here? Probably Brynden. Yeah, I'd say Brynden is. So, let's start off by getting all of the infantry with him to make the bulk. So we've got 5 at the front, that's good. Okay, and then we've got some more here as well. I'll move you there. So Outriders, that's fine. The more we can like stack it, the better. It's just a lot of heavy cavalry, which is good. But it's just something you need to keep an eye on. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to fight this. Because we've only got 5, haven't we? Crap. Just looking at this build, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 heavy Westerlands. Sergeants there as well. Lancers. And there's another 2 more. Fuck. That's a massive army. We need Rob's army. This army isn't really built for it. So I was thinking if we could find it on the field quite competently, we're better off sitting there trying to draw them out. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move you here and then allow this army to sit here. If they push for that, that's fine. So be it, I guess. Or should I do it the other way around? Because I want this army to be mobile. The thing is, well, they could move more men. We could bait it in as well. Food for thought. We'll keep it. We'll think about it. Okay, right. So let's move Edmure back. Can I strike Casterly Rock? Or is that too ambitious with Rob? It's just this army here, isn't it? We could fall further back. That's what I'm sort of thinking. Alright, you gotta risk it for the biscuit. Rob Stark, the King of the North, and his cousin Edmure Tully. The Unleashed... What's the nickname for him? The Unleashed Beast or Monster? Right, let's besiege Casterly Rock and put the pressure on King Joffrey. And who's actually in there now? Emmon Frey. Okay. We can't get any mercenaries, can we? I was going to say if we could, that'd be cool. We do have recruitments coming, but it's going to take quite some time. Okay, let's go further north here now. I've got Hugo Wool here, don't we? Who's pushing further south. Alright, let's take Deepwood Mott and kill Asha Greyjoy. She has a couple of units of Northern Men-at-Arms. 1-to-1. Oh, wow. We're really going to have to siege this out against her. Crikey. Alright. We might need reinforcements then. Shit. Okay. Karstark's coming in. We'll send Risewell and a couple of units. And yeah, let's send Karstark as well. Okay. They might need some more reinforcements there, and there could be... I feel like there's more Greyjoys lurking in the woods. Alright, rally up at Winterfell. Arnoff can go with Jon, and this army is going to Torrent Square now. Okay, agents-wise, Sansa is nearly with Jon, and they're going to be wed. Manderley can now marry Brynden. We'll get that sorted. So Brynden Tully is now married off, 53 years of age, to the Manderley. Fantastic. And Willa will move her to King's Landing. Meryn Trent. Okay, cool. Well, I think I'm ready to end the turn and continue. So we've got a couple of developments that could happen here. Casterly Rock's under siege. Tyrion's now pushing up against Harrenhal. Jon is now pushing south. And we've still got to deal with the Greyjoy incursion. Alright, let's end the turn and continue. See what happens. Ah! They've backed off. Oh, and two Martell princesses come forth. Fan-bloody-tastic. Dora Martell and Cyrilla Martell. Okay, so Sansa now's in the north. We'll send Risewell up here now. What are the odds of taking this? Yeah. How many turns do I have to wait? A couple more. I don't know if I should just sort of risk it. I can't afford Bran to die. So, we're going to marry Jon Snow, Aegon Targaryen, to his cousin, Sansa Stark, with Robb Stark's permission. His sister will rule the Iron Throne with Jon. So, Sansa Stark, 4-star charm. She's nowhere near as good as Marjorie. I think she'll be a bit better, but of Stark blood. And here is Jon's stats, of course. Illegitimate son. So, Jon Snow, the White Wolf, Aegon Targaryen, will now marry Sansa Stark. Now, I'm curious to see... Sansa Snow. I'm curious to see where that puts her in the tree. No, it doesn't. So, Jon has now married Sansa. Fan-bloody-tastic. So, hopefully, the line will continue through here. We're still going to marry off Edmure, Rickon, and Bran. Okay. So, Karstark is now disembarked. We'll send her further south. And where are you? You're here. Maybe go further here. Ah, so he's actually fled back. That's fascinating. He didn't take the initiative there. Ilyn Payne's nearby. We probably should send the army to deal with that. And we'll move Mallister out. And we'll get Glover to come. I wanted Glover to command another full stack, ideally. Regardless, let's push here now. And hopefully try and knock out Ilyn Payne. Oh, Mandon Moore's in there as well. Crap. Okay. Lefford. Oh, looks like Rob's going to be able to take goddamn Casterly Rock. No fucking way. Yeah, Emmon Frey. He looks like a goddamn dwarf. 1 unit of Westerland Knights. The Casterly Rock with the death of Tywin and Jaime Lannister. That's going to be easily taken by the Northern forces. Robb Stark, the King in the North, has taken it with ease. Excellent stuff. It's Lannisport, which is the problem. Sack 5,200. Holy crap. Let's do that straight up. Casterly Rock is now ours. Victory! We have victory. That's massive for us. Alright, let's repair where we can. And I guess we sort of hold out. What's even in Lannisport? I love the models of this. They look absolutely fantastic. Stefford Lannister. Holy shit, that's a crazy army. Well, now we've got a bit of cash flow. We can probably... what? Yeah, some of that is just crazy. I'm thinking maybe I should just grab some Westerland men-at-arms in my build. Because as you occupy certain territory, it changes the levy recruitment. So eventually, if we continue to recruit here in the Westerlands, Westerland levies will swell our ranks. Just for time excuse me, just for like sort of time consumption, it's probably better off just to do that. As of course they're realistic. Ashmark, the Lords of Ashmark, Ox, Cross, Golden Tooth and Castamere have bent the knee. House Rain now currently supplies food, supplies, and forces for House Stark. Brianna Tarth is still hanging out and holding Riverrun. Rosalind Frey still here as well. We could marry her. Actually, she's maybe better off going to marry Rickon or Bran. Sorry about that one, guys. We actually had a game crash. Please do take into consideration that this mod is unfinished, underpolished, and there can be hiccups here and there. You just got to take that into consideration. But I thoroughly enjoy this mod, and it's still worth playing regardless. So I completely forgot my train of thought and what exactly I was doing. So Rob's still at Casterly Rock, of course. What's going on over here? So Galbert Glover and Brynden are over here, besieging Ilan Payne. Mandel is pushing further south, keeping an eye on that Tyrion army. Stark, I want to marry her to Rickon. I've made the decision to do that. So I've been piss-farting around, moving her back and forth. We'll get her to go back up. Okay, so where's Jon? Jon can go to Torrent Square, 4 turns away now. Hugo Wool can follow. Risewell can push further north. Oh, that's what we're doing. We're dealing with this, aren't we? Asher Greyjoy, Northern Men-at-Arms. The thing is, right, it's so fucking typical that the battle for Casterly Rock was easier than the battle for Deepwood Motte. It's 1-to-1. Asher Greyjoy, 457 Ironborn, the Ironborn standard. 25 years of age, 3-star commander. Do I think Brandon, Norrie and Rickon can take it? We've already fought a battle here today against the Greyjoys. I think they can do it. Victory! We have victory. Norrie did the business. Norrie did the naughty. Let's sack the settlement. Probably shouldn't have done that, actually, now thinking about it. Because we, yeah, shit. It's, we sucked Glover's house. Rickon and Norrie. Galbert, why's my house sacked? I lead the van! For fuck's sake, Bran! I mean, Rickon. Okay, so let's leave an army here then, and allow you to push further south. So, there's still a couple more pieces of territory that are not under our control, along with Moat Cailin, which we have to take as well. I still think Norrie should help. I just thought I'd push Bran up there, Rickon there for the time being. So I think we'll try and marry Bran to a high-ranking princess. Haven't decided just yet. Rickon can marry Karstark, and we'll have Edmure marry the other Manderly. Okay, cool. Hopefully we can have some more children, of course. Also, please do take into consideration that this mod, unfortunately, isn't available to the general public. I'm pretty sure at one point there was a public version of an earlier beta. So if you have that, you can play obviously, but maybe you're better off just playing Westeros Total War 1.0 if you've got that Westeros itch. Oh, okay. So Tyrion's fled further south into Ariana Martell. Oh, that's perfect. Ariana Martell and Marjorie are some of the best princesses in the game. 27 years of age. There's Desmara Redwine. Oh, that's who we should marry Bran to. We should marry Bran to Ariana Martell. Easier said than done. Do we give them Maidenpool? That could be something. And we sort of like give up on this bit of Westeros here. I'm tempted to do so, to push this marry. Settlements as dowry, it seems to be the way to go. Okay, let's do it. I think we should. So then we can have like nearly a future claim to all settlements. So let's get Manderley to negotiate. I want to make sure we hit her. Ariana Martell. So House Martell and Doran, I would like to marry my brother, Brandon Stark, to Ariana. And I'll give you the settlement of Maidenpool as a dowry. How does that sound? And trade rights. And map information. It's not going to work. Ariana Martell will marry Brandon Stark, the cripple, for Maidenpool. Happily accepted. House Stark and House Martell have sworn fealty to Robb Stark, the King of the North, and have agreed to side with Aegon Targaryen and Jon Snow. Can't do any more further negotiations. Ariana Martell, Ariana Stark. Perfect. So Robb's married to Marjorie, Bran's married to Ariana. We'll get Rickon to marry the Karstark. Stark. And Jon's obviously married to Sansa. Alright, let's push you to King's Landing, of course. And continue on. Okay, Galbert Glover, can you take this now? You can. Ilan Payne. Oh, Prince Tommen's here. Oh, and Sir Pounce. Oh, fuck yes. Ilan Payne. Why have they pushed the boy prince further north? Kevin, Jamie, Tywin, his uncle, his great uncle, and his granddad are now dead. Galbert Glover and Brynden have killed Tommen Baratheon, Lannister, depending on who you ask. Excellent. Right, let's leave a unit here. And let's push for Darry, I'd imagine. Alright, what's going on in Darry? Marbrand. Jesus, you've been absent for the war at a Marbrand. And we can move you just straight up into it, eh? For help. And we'll leave you there just to hold that. And let's get some units in Harrenhal. God, the repairs on this stuff is super expensive. Let's get some reinforcements within Harrenhal. Oh, Harold Harding the heir. Come close. It's going to be interesting to see how this dynamic works, because in previous Westeros series, when you sort of gift regions, you can cause a bit of a problem. Like, for example, the Arryns could very well go to war with the the Tyrells, or the Tyrells could very well go to war with the Martells, because it's like in such close proximity, they border now, these big nations. We're still hanging out in Casterly Rock, which is awesome for the time being. Still 4 turns, so it's still quite costly, the units still. Gotta keep an eye. We're doing okay here, relatively. Okay, so let's allow Jon to continue to push for Torrent Square. We probably can leave Deepwood Motte now. We can. And we can rally these armies up. There are some still Greyjoy incursions nearby. So let's allow Rickon to push to Winterfell. I doubt he's going to get hit. Yeah, it's Norrie's blocking it quite well. Okay, well, let's give it one more turn. We'll do one more. One more turn. Marbrand's coming out against the secondary army. It's not going to do much. He's actually suicided himself. 5-4. Yeah, let's auto-resolve that one. Clear victory. Darry and Marbrand have fallen. Excellent. Candidate for adoption? No, thank you. Most advanced faction. Financial Stannis Baratheon. Wow, he's actually taken over the free cities. House Stark production, population, overall Stark. New family member, Kyle. Oh, Sansa and Jon Snow, Aegon Targaryen have had a child. The heir to the Iron Throne, Kyle Targaryen. I kind of like the sound of that. Kyle Targaryen. Kyle! Right, let's move to Torrent Square with Jon. Wool can finally catch up. Rickon goes to Winterfell. There must always be a Stark in Winterfell. This army needs to go and... Oh, why can't I... Yeah, we'll chase that then, if you can't go for it. Westerlands seem fine for now. Okay, Darry. That's been taken. Cool. Let's continue out. The thing is, right, we need bloody... We actually need... spearmen. More than we need generals these days. For movement. And mobility. Yeah, Vyman. Or Willis, rather, can go here. Alright, let's push further south and around then. Okay, let's move Manderley to King's Landing. Oh! Oh, that's crazy. Stannis of House Baratheon, supposedly the one true king of Westeros, has sacked and taken King's Landing. I was banging on about how not aggressive House Lannister was, and they were moving troops away from the Westerlands and the Riverlands. And this is why. Stannis the Manus has gone deep. He has gone in on Joffrey Baratheon. And I wonder if House Lannister are even, like, existing anymore. Tommen, Jaime, Tywin, Tyrion's still around. But yeah, Stannis holds King's Landing. How crazy is that? We're going to have to take it from him. Maybe. Oh, wow. That's extraordinary. Bronn of the Blackwaters further north here. Alright. Well, now that we've got Robb and Bran married off, I probably should marry you to Edmure when you can. So you, Manderley, need to make your way all the way to the Westerlands. I think is our best bet. And we'll continue this army further south and our recruitment. We've got our money now, which is good. So, House Tyrell, Martell, Bolton and Arryn side with the Starks. We're still at war with the Greyjoys and the Lannisters. And yeah, so a lot of crazy stuff has happened in this episode. Unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thanks for watching. So, we're still continuing to reclaim the north. Jon Snow is still a hell of a long away from coming south. Torrent Square will take with him, then Moat Cailin, then he can make his way south. Yeah, Stannis Baratheon has taken King's Landing, so war with House Baratheon looks like it's going to be inevitable. Casterly Rock was now taken. We've got Harrenhal, Darry under our boots, and we've had a lot of political marriages as well. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.